back, everybody. This is episode now 11 of Wrestling on the Fly. I am your host, Scott Spade, along with my partner in crime, Nick H., who forgot his own camera today, by the way.
That's all right. I'll jump in on somebody else's.
With me today is a manager extraordinaire in the city of Chicago. Very proud to have him here today, the one and only C-Red. Thank you for joining me today.
Man, thank you. It's been forever.
It has.
I've been begging to get on this show.
Thank you for being such a supporter of the show and a promoter of it. And I can't thank you enough for always supporting us and everything that we're doing in the preservation of Chicago wrestling history. And thank you.
That's why I love this show, because the young guys don't know their history, you know, and it's like they think in their head, oh, it started with me, you know. And it's like, no, dude, there was a lineage way before you, you know. So it's like to watch the show and watch the footage that Nick has preserved. Both of those things combined, like this could be put in a time capsule, and people later on down the line can say, oh, okay, that's what Chicago independent wrestling was about. Okay, now I get it. So, not all of this.
One day.
Not all this. Oh, flip flop, flip flop, flip flop. So,
it's the way of the world today, and it
it
is what it is, right?
I still hate flippity flop.
Now we're gonna start off where we always start off with everybody, and give me your early life. Where'd you grow up? Family life. Young C-Red.
Only child, grew up on the South Side, never went anywhere else. Went to regular public schools. I was a nerd. You know, when you look back, I was just a nerd, man. Like, I was just into, you know, we call it vintage or nostalgia now, you know, but, you know, He-Man and Transformers and comic books, like, that was my thing. So it was like, oh, okay.
It's too bad I didn't get you over here a couple months ago, because I had a He-Man collection upstairs, all in the package, vintage. I was only missing 4, and I sold them. To get back to that.
Okay, well, I mean, one collection.
I'll show you pictures.
don't feel bad. Yep. I am like, my love for comic books has been rejuvenated. So now, dear, if you're watching, please don't kill me. Like, that's where any little extra money goes. I don't care if I've got $5 or if I got extra $20. I'm on eBay looking for a comic that I don't have, but it's got to be, like, it's becoming an addiction again.
So eBay every day, all day, get notifications all day long for eBay that this is going up or this is going off soon.
Right, and it's like, do I have it? No, I don't. Please, nobody buy it.
I always knew you had an interest in that from the Battle Royals at SCW.
Okay.
We did the Halloween theme, and you always had the gear of the
superheroes.
Yeah, I figured you had something to do with that, and I kind of had a hint of that you liked that whole world.
It was just, one, comic books taught me how to read. It wasn't sitting in the classroom. Like, for me, being a only child, and I have 2, or had, God rest my father's soul, older parents. So it was just go to your room, stay in your room. And it was like, okay, so what do I do? And I would read comic books, and they weren't hard words, but it was still words. Okay, what's this word mean? I don't know. So now I've got to pull out the dictionary to figure out what that word is and how to pronounce it right. It's like, oh, okay, that's extraordinary. Okay. All right. And that's where my love of reading came. And to this day, I cannot read a regular book to save my life. Yeah. I can't. I bought the first Harry Potter book just so I'm like, I've watched all the movies, and everybody says the movies are different than the book. And I'm
They're
like,
different.
I'm gonna read the book. Okay. There's no pictures. And it literally has been at the bottom of my book bag. Like,
Mistress just fell off the couch in there. I heard she.
like I just can't. But you give me a comic book,
Mhm.
and I'm like, yeah, oh yeah. So
I'll have to show you something later when we're done with this. Got a little surprise for you.
okay.
What's your first memory of seeing wrestling?
So again, having two older parents, my mother wanted to make a trip every year to see her parents. And they lived in a very small town in Mississippi called Glen Allen, down in the Delta. Now, to get there, you have to go through Greenville, which is now a pretty huge town, but still. So I'm the only kid. What am I going to do? And I hated it. Oh my God, I hated it. And my grandmother was so strict, you couldn't cut the TV on unless she cut the TV on. And I'm a kid. What am I supposed to do? Like, we're in the middle of farmland. Like, what am I supposed to, go out there and then pull some peas? I don't want to pull peas. I'm 7. What 7-year-old wants to? No. So one Saturday, they went to town. Oh my God. So going to town was a big thing.
Yes, it was.
But they didn't take me. So my father, my mother, my grandfather left, went to town. Leaves me and my grandmother. And my grandmother is outside. So it's Saturday. It's got to be cartoons on. So I cut the TV on, changed the channel, and it's world-class championship wrestling. And I'm like, but I don't know this. I just see there are some huge dudes in their underwear beating the hell out of each other. And I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever. I'm like, oh my God. And I was like, the person that hooked me instantly was Iceman King Parsons.
It was so good.
Like,
so good.
Where in my neighborhood do I see a black dude with 2 braids down the side? That don't have. Like, huh?
Feathers. He would
Yeah,
have
but
yeah.
it was just
cool. He was cool.
I was like, okay, this is it. So again, Chicago, there wasn't too much syndication. And if I did, I didn't know where to look.
Right.
And it was just like, okay. So from 7, 8, 9, I only saw wrestling once a year.
Oh, okay.
But I was like instantly hooked. Mm-hmm. And from that point, world class, you get turned to channel 50 here in Chicago to watch it. And same time, NWA was more of a presence here. So I would watch that. And every blue moon, like randomly, AWA would come on. That's when I fell in love with Shawn Michaels.
ESPN, yep.
And it was, I didn't have cable. Yep. So again, it would just be somebody playing it just at 2 a.m.
Right.
And it was like, oh, wow. Okay. It's more wrestling. Then of course WWF came on and like just took everything. But it was like my original love started from watching, and not just world class, because I could get Memphis down there,
I love Memphis.
And so I would hate the simple fact that, they'd be like, this week we're coming to Greenville and and I'm like, they not gonna take me down there. Like, but
it was a huge town.
It was a huge territory.
In the 70s, the Culkins ran it, and then when Bill Watts did Mid-South, he kind of took over that whole Mississippi range, and there was wrestling for there for a long, long time. In the Greenville, Jackson,
Yeah, but
Greenwood.
I already
There was a
knew
lot of
my
talent
that wasn't happening. My father hated wrestling.
Really?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
He was my father was a amateur professional boxer.
Oh, wow.
So he hated it.
Hmm.
Like, but that's gonna go into my story, the rest of my story later. So
What was the time? You said from 7 years old, but when's the time where you finally go, this is what I want to do, or I want to try this?
oh, I said that instantly.
Immediately?
But it was just a dream.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like, okay, I'm gonna really pursue this again. Outside of Iceman, I really didn't see any African Americans. And it was like, okay. And, later when you find out they were there, they just didn't get TV time, or, I just didn't get to see them.
Yeah.
And it really didn't dawn on me. I was grown. Yeah. And my children, my daughters, especially my oldest, Aisha, I was having a conversation with all of them. And I told them, whatever your dream is, let nobody stop you. I don't care. Whatever your dream is, let no one, not your mother, not me, no one deter you from your dream. And my oldest looks at me and says, well, what was your dream, Daddy? Did you follow your dream? And I was stuck. Like, no, I didn't. And I felt stupid because I've just given this piece of wisdom to them and I didn't do it. And I was like, okay, now it's time. But I was already 29, 30 at that point, so I should have been hanging up boots versus trying to lace some up.
Yeah.
But
what was your process then about trying to find a place to break in and get trained? Because there wasn't many.
No, it wasn't. So I love this story. So I had already been going to shows. Mm-hmm. Still.
Yeah, what companies were you going to see?
Mostly Windy City.
Because it was more local, I'm sure, to where you were.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Actually, I literally lived like 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes. Like 30 seconds from Slag Studio.
Oh, you were that close, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when Sam would run in that area, it was a no-brainer. I was going to a show.
You go to TV tapings there, as you've been all everything.
Oh, so who was it that whoever you asked, and I sent you a message. Devastation X was born at a TV tape.
Yeah, that was just recently too. Yeah,
that was at Roland Park. And so a friend of mine owned a comic book store not too far from there, like 4 or 5 blocks. And I used to work there, and I ain't even gonna say work. I just hung out on Saturdays. But you would have thought I worked there because every Saturday from 11 till we closed, I was there. So he was like, hey man, I got these 2 free tickets to Windy City up at the park tonight. Okay. Bruh, we were there from 7 to 1 in the morning. You talk about somebody tired as hell. And I'm a fan. And they're like, all right, give it up. I'm like, how are y'all doing this? But I was there the day they interviewed Brandon Bishop out the shower. And Terry comes out, Boz is there, Mike Anthony is there, and they're all like this, and it's like, okay, this is pretty cool. All right, but I'm tired. I want to go home. But yeah, so I went to Windy City, caught a few LWF shows. Of course, WWE was in town. I go.
Went to the Horizon to see.
Yeah.
Just like we all did.
Yeah. Like my very first WWE show was WrestleMania 13.
I was there too.
Like I went through the whole week, even though I just wanted to feel it. So I followed. So Ric Flair was supposed to be on the South Side.
Okay.
And he didn't show. And they sent Ahmed Johnson. And you talk about somebody pissed. And I was like, okay. And my first ex-wife, she was so giddy because here's this big buff, and he's like, yeah, come on, girl, take a picture with me. I'm like, she don't even like wrestling. What is this? This is some bull crap. I'm like, okay. So, but yeah, WrestleMania 13 will always like just have a special place because I was there, the night of the Austin.
That was
like
amazing.
If you weren't there and to see Austin and Brett and the switch organically, you don't understand. Like Brett comes in his face, Austin comes in his heel, and by the end of the match, it is completely different. And it's like, oh, I knew something was special.
It was crazy.
So
that was mad. That's that magic moment that you get that just you can't explain.
You try to tell, like, you watch the video and like, nah, that ain't how that happened. Nah. But it's like, okay. So
and having that Ken Shamrock as the ref, remember at the end, Brett kind of squared off. So then the crowd was kind of like, oh, and then Brett just kind of went. So it kind of helped him heal his way out of the way and kind of.
I was just, I think the only disappointing thing for me was Sean wasn't there. And I was so geeked to see Sean.
Yeah, he was out of the commentators table.
Yeah, but I wanted
injury.
I wanted to see Sean. Like, again, going back, I watched him when he wore the blue satin jacket and just the trunks and and I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's because we have the same first name. That's why I gravitated toward him. I don't know. And it was just like, that guy's going to be something someday. And then he goes and then they become the Midnight Rockers. And then it's like, oh, okay. I ain't into punk music, but I get the gist. Okay. All right. Oh, they got called up. Oh, they in WWE. That's not the Rockers. Like, ugh. Okay. All right. I guess. But again, for me, it was it. But then that moment for me is when he threw Marty through the glass.
Yes.
And I said, I'm going to do this. But, again, had no way to, which ties into your original question, I didn't have a way to get there. And I literally, believe it or not, hand wrote a letter to WWE saying I wanted to join WWE and become a wrestler and mailed it. Of course, I didn't hear anything back, but it was like, I thought that was what you did. I didn't know. So it was like, oh,
yeah, there was no advertisements for wrestling schools or training, or you'd have that like 15-second commercial snuck in on TV for Windy City or Steel Domain.
But there
wasn't schools around then.
I never saw.
Yeah.
So even though I went to Windy City shows, I got tired of that damn commercial. Because I would watch Windy City on TV, but it's like, okay, like, this ain't that.
Right.
I want to do that, not this. Not understanding, oh, you start here and you go there. Like, oh, okay. Well, all right, whatever. So,
Now, who's the first person you talked to about getting started training?
so it was Sam. So we got to go back. First ex-wife one day. So I have to be transparent. When I came back from the service in Desert Storm, I was in a bad headspace. So all I did was smoke marijuana, which at that time was illegal, of course.
Yeah.
And drink. That was my life. I was in a horrible place. I had a job, but my ex-wife couldn't ask me to buy Pampers or whatever. No, my money went every day. Marijuana, gallon of gin. Yes.
Wow. Really?
And beer. Like, that was every day. Every day. No off days. So one day I woke up and I look around and there's nothing but empty beer bottles, gin bottles, and leftover remnants of marijuana. And I looked at my wallet and I just got paid that Friday. And this is Sunday. And I have nothing left. And I felt horrible. Like, I can't keep living like this. I just can't. And days pass where I ask God, you've got to give me something. Otherwise, I'm going to be dead within the next 3 to 6 months. I just know it. That Saturday, my ex-wife comes in and she's like, hey, there's some wrestlers at the bank. What the hell? In my head, it's Brett. It's Sean. Like, these are the people I'm thinking are at the bank.
Right.
I get dressed, loaded up. We get in that. We had, at that time, we had a little station wagon. Get in the station wagon. Pull up. No. Sam DeCero, Terry Allen, Steve Boz, Mike Anthony. And they're dressed to the nines, but they got their belts. You know, and what it was this bank was putting on, you know, like a, you know, hey, we're the new bank. We want you to come celebrate with us, hear about all the offers we have. And I was like, oh, okay. So I talked to Mike. I talked to Terry. And I look at Terry and Steve like, y'all the same damn height as me. What the hell? Like, it was blowing my mind.
Yeah.
And of course, Sam hands me the pamphlet. Well, if you ever think about getting into it, here you go. I'm like, all right. Then they tell me they have a show the next day it was a Catholic church's carnival. And they were putting on a free show. Okay. We go. That was my first interaction with the Brotherhood. Oh,
I made sure I wore just for you.
I gave them so much hell, especially Ripper, because I was like, the hell with you? What? And like he was like, you so bad, you get over here. No, I ain't stupid. You come on this side. See, I already knew if on this side I'm safe.
You're safe, yep.
On that side I'm dead. But this is what made me love Rip, Psycho so much. Show is over. And I've got a program. And I take the girls so they can get autographs. And They come out the locker room and they're signing autographs. And they're the coolest guys. And I'm like, and Rip was just like, yeah, I was just giving you the business. That's what I do when I'm out there. Wow. Okay. Go home. And I read the pamphlet. How much? This some bullshit. So, a couple of years passed. And going to LWF shows, a friend of mine, Jim Wolf, he played a part in LWF. Like, he did the music thing for them. So, the infamous New Jack show, nobody knew he was going to be there, and then
I've
he's
heard
there.
about that, yeah.
So, we're at that show. So, after the show, Jim looks and said, hey, want to go to the Bump Factory? It's a bump factory. Like, he was like, oh, no, it's their school. School? Okay, well, we can go. I ain't trying to rush home. Like, okay, so we go. And we're standing around, and I am, like, nervous as hell because I don't know anybody outside this one guy. Truck backs up, and they're unloading the truck. And somebody yells, hey, we need all the help we can get bringing the ring in. Dude, you think I can go help? He was like, go ahead, you want to help? Dude, so now I'm like ecstatic. And I'm a grown man, but I'm ecstatic that I get to help bring in a real wrestling ring.
To be part of it. Yeah, exactly. Yep. So
I'm bringing it in. Dude, I mean, I'm humping. And one person changed all that. CM Punk. Hey, I'm sorry, dude. Like, he came in and, like, reamed because there were guys that had just been on the show. And they're standing around drinking beers, talking to women. Mm-hmm. And his thing, his exact words were, this guy doesn't even work for this company and has helped busting his ass to bring in your ring that you just performed in. He told me, I had a piece of wood in my hand. Put that wood down. Go get a beer. You're done for the night. I had so much respect for that, especially now that I understood what he was saying.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, wow. You know, then New Jack comes in, he's all messed up, and he started talking all these. So it was like, okay. So probably two days later, I called Jim. I was like, hey, do you think you can call? I have to call him by his gimmick. Do you can call Billy Wack and ask him if I could try out or I can join the school? He says, oh, sure. Because we don't call him that. Yeah. So he was like, let me call him. So he calls him. He was like, yeah, you can go down this weekend. Okay. Somebody also put me in touch with Tiger. I can't think of the rest of his moniker, but he's a lucha and he was up north. Mm-hmm. So I literally figure I can, between these two, figure out which one I want to do. So I go up north during rush hour to this park district. I'm ecstatic. I'm like, I'm finally getting in the business. I'm finally getting in the business. Dude pulls out a blue gym mat. Huh? What? This it? Huh? Again, not understanding the business.
Yeah.
You know, you got to crawl before you walk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this makes no sense. So I literally called my then wife. Hey, I need you to call me back in 30 seconds. What's wrong? Kid sick? I'm on my way.
That's pretty good.
So, hey man, I gotta go. My kid's sick.
Mm-hmm.
So now I gotta make that trip back through the traffic.
Yeah.
Told her no, that's not it.
Mm-hmm.
So go to the bump factory. I'm there, knocking on the door. Nobody answers. I'm knocking on the door. Billy Wack finally shows up. The ambiance I'm in love with. Because if you ever saw the old bump factory, it's nothing but toys. All on the wall. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm like, this is... And I look in the ring. There's Machine.
Okay.
And Machine, I don't know if he was training somebody or if he was practicing for a match. Machine was in full Machine mode.
Mm-hmm.
Sack on face and all.
Mm-hmm.
And the way I see him beat that boy, oh hell no. This is not the place for me. I'm scared shitless. I just want to get out at that point. That was it. So it came down to one place. And that was Windy City.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, okay.
So now, did you decide you're not going to know what you want to do until you go and see what they have to offer? Or did you set your sets on being a wrestler first or being a manager first or just whatever you could do?
No, I was going in as a wrestler, full blown.
Yeah.
Signed the contract, went in. Belts had just happened. And I went to Belts and I was ecstatic. Signed the contract. And I was like, okay, I'm going to wrestle. Like, this is it. But the first day of training changed all of that.
That first bump, what did that
No,
feel?
it wasn't even a bump.
Oh.
Dude, again, old school. I was telling somebody yesterday, like, young kids have it easy. We can Tuesday practices. So let me paint the picture. Tuesday's practices were ran by Nightbreed. Thursday practice was ran by Steve Boss. Saturday practice was run by Damian Durr. And Sunday, whoever showed up, showed up. Nightbreed? Huh? That's who? Okay. Jeff says, all right, you guys are here. Run those 4 blocks. Run them back. Remember, I've been smoking cigarettes, marijuana, and drinking every day. Oh, I was dead. I got to the first, I got to the end of the, then it was coming back. And I was like, this is not for me. This, and I quit. I'm done. This was the biggest mistake of my life. And one person changed my life. That's Marche Rocket. Marche came back. Marche used to be a track star. So for him, it was nothing. But for me, it's totally different.
Mm-hmm.
So just the simple fact that he came back and says, I'm not going to let you quit. meant the world to me. And he motivated me, pushed me, carried me all the way back. And I will forever be grateful.
You got a brother for life now.
For life.
Yeah.
So
He's a good dude. What year officially was that?
I couldn't tell you. See, now that was the thing. I am old.
I think you told me one time 2003.
That's about right.
Okay.
That's about right. That's about right. That's about right.
So that would have been before belt or just after belts?
Just after
I
belts.
think those are in May. So yeah, just after. So yeah, Mayish, June of 2003 would be the most accurate time, probably.
Yeah, probably so.
Okay.
Yeah, I signed the contract. And I don't know what I had going on personally. So I signed the contract in June. I know I didn't start training till September.
Okay.
And I'm assuming, family commitments and everything. So
The guys training different. Again, everybody trains differently. And at that time, too, when I first started, too, it was the same way where you start outside of the ring for so long until you're worthy enough to get in. Did anybody there train like that? Or did you get in?
So
right
here
away?
was the thing. When it came to Baltazar and Abaddon, Abaddon would always show up a little bit later. Jeff was there, always on time. Maybe 15 minutes late, traffic or whatever, but usually 5 o'clock, Jeff is there. And his whole thing was conditioning. And I hated that bastard.
I did too.
I hated him. I hated Baltazar with a passion. But then I understood. As time went on, I understood. Like, if you aren't conditioned out here, you are not going to be ready to be in there. And me and Marche tell this one story all the time. Because it's funny, but it's so applicable. So we're doing the medicine ball gimmick. Mm-hmm. For anybody that doesn't understand, you lay on your back. He throws a medicine ball full speed at you, onto you, and you got to push it off. Ain't no holding it. You got to shoot it back up.
I remember that. Yep.
You got to keep doing it. This particular day, Abaddon is on time too. So they're like, we're going to do it. But if anybody catches the ball or if anybody stops, the whole class has to redo it.
Oh, yeah. I used to hate stuff like that.
And we like, okay, by this time, we got it. Mm-hmm. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it. Then there's this Hispanic named Martin. And he's the last one. Oh, no. You already see where this is going. After the third one, he catches it and he holds it. When I say me, Shay, Isaiah, our entire crew, like, we're pissed. We're pissed. Like, we gonna beat you up.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Like, you're making us do this again.
Mm-hmm.
No. So but I appreciated all of that. But again, in my head, I'm still going to wrestle. So now I'm getting really to your question. So Sam asks me one day about my background. So I told him I was a vet. And he was like, what do you think about managing? I didn't come here to damn manage. I'm paying you to train me to wrestle. And he was like, I already knew there was a group, Marco Rossi,
Yeah.
Isaiah Velasquez, Marche Rocket. They were called Special Forces. So if you were a rookie at that time, the quickest way to get in the ring would be through Special Forces.
Okay.
Because it was like, a babyface group that everybody loved. The guy that was supposed to be managing them at that time had went MIA. Like, nobody had seen this dude for a few months. Like, this dude ain't showing up to practices. He ain't showing up to meetings. He ain't showing up to shows. So Sam was like, what if you become their drill sergeant? Okay. I could deal with that. I'm older, so I can make it look believable. I've been in the military. I can make it sound believable.
That's good.
I'm like, and I'm thinking, this is the easiest way to get some time. I said, I'll do it. We shook on it, cool. I just told him, like, I've got all my fatigues. I just need you because I needed to buy a drill sergeant hat and a whistle. That was it. And I said, before I go purchase these things, I want to know when we're going to start. So every week, hey, Sam, you know when we're going to debut the gimmick? Oh, I haven't thought about that yet. Don't worry about it. Next week come. Give me a few more. Okay. So after a while, now I'm like, this is a bunch of bull, Sam. Like, you brought this to me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't bring this to you. You brought it to me. One of my closest friends was wrestling for Windy City. His name was Dwayne Porter. His ring name was Cassius.
Okay. Yep.
Part of a tag team that you brought up earlier, 2000 CC. And his partner had left, quit Windy City. And he was on his own, but he had a manager by the name of Zom. But Zom did not, there was nothing, like no charisma. Like, here's what I hate now of the business. Like, you put on a dress shirt and a tie and you think that's what it takes to be a manager. And really, Zom was a wrestler. He wasn't a good wrestler, but I mean, oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to shoot. But
That's what it is. So,
like, it was like he just didn't do anything.
Mhm.
And like their personalities and characters didn't mesh. So Dwayne just said, hey, why don't you manage me? Okay. We went to high school together. So it was like we knew each other. It was like, all right, dude. I'm like, you talk to Sam. If Sam cool with it, I'm cool with it. So we were doing the Fireman's Chili Cook-Off. And they, just like your block, they would close everything off. Everybody was there.
Okay.
You know, they're doing the chili thing. But we got the ring. And I, like, the week leading up to it, I'm like, what am I going to wear? Like, I don't know. And I looked at this red suit that I had that I usually used when I would go stepping. And I'm like, that's it. I've got the look. Now I need a name. And I'm like, what is my name? And I looked at that suit for like 10 minutes. Because my original Windy City name was Honey Child. No, it was Heartbreak Johnny Young. Based off of Heartbreak Kid. But my father's name is John. But everybody would call him Johnny. So, in my first battle royal, I was Heartbreak Johnny Young. I liked that I paid homage to my dad, but it's like,
It just didn't. You didn't feel it.
I didn't feel it. I mean, I had not the irony at that time. You could go on eBay, of course, and Linda Street
Oh yeah,
would always put gear out.
Yep.
Always.
Yep.
I bought purple tights of Shawn Michaels with matching gloves. And I'm like, that's it. All right. I'm in. All right. I'm good. Nah, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. That was not it. So I kept looking at that suit like, all I see is red. See? Red. And over the years, the C has stood for other things. But then I really realized where the C comes from. So it was like, okay, it makes sense. I'm still paying homage to my family. So it was like, all right. So show up to the show. And I'm nervous. Because I don't know if Sam remembers I'm supposed to come out with Cassius. And I'm cool with it because it's just me and him. Zom shows up.
really.
How are you going to have two managers and one client? Sam ain't going to go for it. Sam ain't going to go for it. So everybody gets dressed, show what's going on. Cassius and Zom goes out. Again, Cassius hasn't even talked to Zom. He just like, he shows up like, all right, man, let's go. All right. I'm like, damn, there's my opportunity.
Mhm.
Sam pops his head in the door. What are you doing? Get out there. Oh, shit. So I go out there. That was the day C-Red was born. I was like, okay. So
Did you come out after they went out?
I came out
Okay.
way after they came out.
How did that interaction work with, did you guys work together, co-managing him, or did you start something where?
No, it was for me, it was all about me.
Yeah.
My thing was, this is my time. So I have to show Cassius, I have to show the crowd, and more importantly, I have to show Sam DeCero. Like, yeah, okay, I get this is an even playing field.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm the better choice. So my interaction with the crowd, like, I didn't care what Zom did. Like, you know, okay. All right. You know, no, I'm in the crowd's face. And I had a built-in heat system. My kids, and at that time, my wife. I could get in their faces. And guess what? People hated that. You know,
Yep.
I'm berating these little kids and, people hated it. So instantly, it catches fire and the whole crowd hates me. Works for me. We're heels.
So what was the outcome of that match now? Opinions of the guys that were in the match, Sam's, what happened after that? You guys came back.
Oh,
Any
Sam just looked at
feedback?
me and just told me, great job. And I said thank you and got undressed and got ready to tear the ring down. Like, for me, it was like, okay, I want you to see what I bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it was like, all right, I'm better. And it clicked. Even though I went to practice every week, 3 times a week,
mm-hmm.
I'm better at what I do. And I don't have to worry about getting hurt.
It's true.
versus me being in the ring and okay, I forgot. Now I'm hurt. But I still want to practice every week. Like I'm training to work because one, if you don't know what you're doing, if me and you are working and you tell me I have to take a spot, well, if I don't understand what you're saying, one, I'm lost. Two, I'm going to mess up.
Mhm.
And three, I don't have respect. I want to have respect for everybody in this whole business so I understand what part I play.
Right.
So,
And I've always had the belief of, and I've trained guys too, but all managers should have the knowledge of knowing how to bump or how to throw a punch or something, because that way they can interact just as much as a regular wrestler can, and they could take it or they could dish it out, so they know everybody's in the same plane.
yeah. And I mean, when you look back, like when you think of great managers, everybody comes up with Bobby Heenan, right?
Mhm.
Why was he such a great heel? Or why was he such a great manager? He had been in the ring for years.
Yep.
So he understood the psychology
Right.
of what I need to do, when I need to do it,
Yep.
and how to do it. Versus somebody that ain't never done it and I just stand here.
Yeah.
I need you to do a spot. Huh? Never mind. Never mind.
The first match I have listed for you as an active wrestler on here, which I'm sure is after the original ones that you have been. What is the actual match, legitimate match you were actually a wrestler in?
That would be the Battle Royal. Morton Grove. I couldn't tell you the year, but that's when I debuted as. No, it was Love 'Em or Leave 'Em. That's what it was. Love 'Em or Leave 'Em, Johnny Young.
Okay.
And that was dead and over with. After that, I don't think I wrestled until belts. I think that was the first SC Red.
Yeah, 2007, right? Battle Belts 19.
Yeah,
Okay, there's a couple before that, but
it is.
yeah, surprise. Before we get into that one, we're almost at an hour already.
Oh,
50
wow.
minutes, believe it or not. One thing I wanted to touch on was the one I want to make sure that I can understand still, because I don't understand 100%, was something called Cure.
Okay.
Is it a single person? Is it
Cure is a
It
group.
a group?
Cure.
Because I've seen it labeled in title histories as a single person on one of the singles titles, and I've seen it as a tag. So can you describe and tell the story of what Cure was, which was a precursor to Soul Touchaz?
No.
No, it had nothing to do with.
In a way it did,
Okay.
in a way it didn't.
Yeah.
The Cure came about, again, me and Cassius were together.
Okay.
And you just had Austin Roberts abandoned. So he talked about the night AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels.
Okay.
Well, Marche was on that card. And that was the night Marche turned heel. Marche fought God, I can see his face and can't think of it. I can't think of Justin's name. Anyway, the end of the night, Marche and Daniels, like, they interact. Marche has just turned full blown heel. Like, okay, great. So he's no longer Sergeant Rocket. Now what is he gonna do?
Okay, so now this is his breakout from that
Right.
young guys group. Okay.
So it was like, hey, Cassius, why don't we get Marche with us? They lived literally, no. Yeah. Marche lived in the suburbs, but like, it was cool because it was like we knew, hey, if he needs to get somewhere, either one of us could get him. Like, okay, let's do this. Let's form this. So I've always been idea of adding eye candy. I'm not stupid. Sex sells.
Works.
It works. It's a old, tested, proven commodity.
Sure does.
Now, before you get there, we've got to rewind a few months. We're putting on a show that day somewhere, I can't think of the name, and we're bringing in a best. It is a bought show. But when a bought show happens, there are certain things that, in order for you to get paid, the company, certain things have to happen.
It's true.
So on this show, a former or current wrestling superstar must appear. There has to be so many title matches.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those title matches is the women's title. The women's champ at that time decided she wasn't coming. Her opponent decided she wasn't coming because she just started a new job and wasn't going to risk getting hurt before she started her job on Monday. Sam is screwed.
Mm-hmm.
What is he going to do? My church is having something that day, and we're out. Me and my family, we're out, and we're on the boat. So by the time we dock back at Navy Pier, we come back, I get a voicemail from Damian Dunn. Hey, man, this is done. Call. I'm like, dude, I told y'all I would be there. I wouldn't be there to help set up, but I'd be there when we got done with this function. So I called him. I'm like, what's up? He was like, where are you at? I said, we just left Navy Pier. Heading back to the house so I can get my bag and we'll be heading to the show. Hey, you think your wife will do us a favor? Huh? So I'm on the phone, but I'm looking at her like, what kind? He was like, you think she'll wrestle? What? I said, don't worry about it. So he explains to me what had happened. And I said, don't worry about it. So we get to the house. I grab my bag. I said, dear, grab that red tight jogging suit that you have and a pair of gym shoes. And she's like, huh? I said, I'll explain on the way, dear. Just so we can go. So on the way, I explained that if you don't, and I did it in a dirty way, but I was like, if you don't do this, then I don't get paid.
Okay.
I'm like, and nobody gets paid. And we've done all of this work today for nothing.
Which there is truth to that.
And
so
it's true,
yeah,
but I'm like,
yeah.
I need you to do this for me.
Yeah.
And she goes out. So a name that you said you really weren't familiar with, Cameron Cage. He's bringing another girl with him from St. Louis.
Okay. So
now we've got a women's match. Great. But she works. My wife doesn't. They spent 3 hours for a 2-minute match.
What?
Oh, shit.
But my wife went out looking like the star she was. Like, she looked like she belonged.
Mhm.
I gave her and the irony is, I gave her the name Diamond because that's the CD we had in the car. Kanye West's Diamonds Are Forever. And I'm like,
That's good.
we just misspelled the name Diamond. That's it. So Sam was like, one, he was grateful.
Mm-hmm.
And two, he was like, you ever thought about doing this? And she was like, nah. Sam pulls me into the office that Tuesday. It's like, what does it take to get your wife in here? Shouldn't you be having that question with her? Like, he's like, I tell you what, if you can get her in here, I'll consider your dues paid in full.
Damn.
What? She done. She in. Don't worry about it. I'll make it happen, Captain. That Thursday,
She was there.
she was there.
That's awesome.
And she signed on that line. And I was, yes, I ain't got to pay dues no more. Yes.
That's
I'm good.
awesome.
I'm like, I'm good. I just got to get, my contract dues.
Mhm.
I still had to pay my $40 every month.
Your training fee, right?
Yeah. So to go back to the cure. So now we figured Cash has had some kind of way of always making these acronyms. So the cure stands for something. Don't try to get me to.
That was my next one. What does it stand for?
Yeah. I would have to text him like, what was the cure stand for? Even Marche don't remember. None of us remember what the cure is. But our whole thing was supposed to be, we were all about equality, and we felt we weren't being treated as equals. So we were going to take over.
Gotcha.
So
here, you got the ladies' title history right here. Fun fact on that one: Diamond is the lady that defeated the longest reigning women's champion in Windy City history for the belt.
Yeah, yo, girl,
She
Cheeks.
beat Cheeks. She did.
Yeah.
So that's where you guys in the Brotherhood really started to.
Oh, hell no.
To kick off?
No,
Let's
because
start off you yelling at Ripper at the show.
First of all, the Brotherhood was a group that I already knew. It was two groups, so you got to understand. It was Brotherhood and Nightbreed.
Nightbreed, yep.
And I wasn't doing neither one of them. First of all, you see them? It's like 18 of them, and it's 2 of me, 3. Nah, I'm straight. I'm good, you know. And when you hear Nightbreed, what? No, bro, that means get out. And you've been in the ring, but understand, they coming out, they got snakes, and like, I wouldn't be scared of snakes, but just knowing, you know, okay, this is a production. You gotta make the people believe. Okay, so you think I'm gonna stand there? Why, damn near 7 foot Baltazar comes in, and I'm still the manager. No, because we'll get to that story too.
Absolutely. So, it's been a quick hour, huh? Goes by fast.
Is that an hour?
Yes, sir.
God,
we haven't even talked about one match yet. So we got lots more to go. We're gonna get into UAPW. We're gonna get into the big Windy City VWAA split. We're gonna get all that in this next episode.
Oh, I'm ready for that one.
So I hope you're ready.
Because ain't nobody told the real story.
I remember you mentioned to me something about the paper on the wall the one time. So we're gonna We're gonna get into all that.
Let's take this break.
Stay tuned, everybody. Thanks for joining me on part 1 of the amazing, great Sea Red. Join us on part 2 coming soon. Want to tell them we'll see them next time?
Next time.
Yeah, this is your camera over here.
Oh, next time.
Next time.
I'll be
next
here.
time. Oh, we're coming back at you for part 2 with Sea Red. We'll see you guys
Deuce.
next time.